So I know everybody's already talked about Christopher Eccleston returning to the role of the Doctor, but I absolutely needed to discuss this news because it's huge. He is the third New Who Doctor to appear in Big Finish, the second numbered New Who Doctor, and this is really exciting. Obviously, Christopher Eccleston has never returned to the role of the Doctor before, so to see him actually approach the character again is going to be a lot of fun. I'm so excited about this announcement. It absolutely caught me off guard. I just woke up one morning and boom, Christopher Eccleston is going to be the Doctor again. And this is incredibly exciting because obviously he only got one season in the part, and we're going to get to see him have a chance to play the character again. One of the things he said back in September was that most actors who get to play the Doctor, they have a second season to improve on what they've done in the first season. And he never got that chance. He did one season and then he didn't come back. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how he performs the character after 15 years having been gone. So yeah, this is really exciting news. I'm going to break this video up into two sections. The first is things I would love to see, and the second is things I don't want to see. So first, what do I want to see from the Ninth Doctor Adventures? The main thing is just the Doctor, the Ninth Doctor again. I'm so excited. We know Christopher Eccleston is back, and that's all we really need to know. Now, I'm not the type of person to go into something with these specific expectations, and then when those expectations are let down, complain about how they didn't live up to my specific expectations of what things I wanted to see in the series, but I do have some things that I think would be nice to see in here. So the Ninth Doctor's timeline is pretty small. We only see him with Rose. As far as we know, that's the only companion that he travels with, and I would absolutely love to see him traveling with Rose again. Even if he's not traveling with Rose for all of his box sets and he's getting 4, but I would love to see those two characters again because they are so fantastic together, and I think they are just one of the best Doctor companion dynamics, and it's hard to imagine the Ninth Doctor really with anybody else other than Rose. I'm not going to complain if he does end up being with a different companion or if he has some episodes where he is on his own, but I would just absolutely love to see these characters again because they are just fantastic together. The next thing that I want to see, and this might seem incredibly obvious, but it's good stories. I would love to just see some good stories with the Ninth Doctor. Now, the reason I say this is because most of the Big Finish I have listened to is with the 10th Doctor, and while I love him in his new audio series, the stories themselves aren't always the best. A lot of them are rather average or just, pretty good. And I hope that it's not the case that for the Ninth Doctor Adventures, it's rushed out and the stories aren't that good, because that would be such a shame. So what I want to see is I want to see them, take time with the stories. They probably already recorded them, but still, I hope that they have taken their time in writing really genuinely good stories, because I do think the Ninth Doctor's era is quite a good one, and it's one that every time I revisit, I enjoy just that little bit more. So I would love to see some more great stories in his era, but if what we're going to get is just some average episodes like we largely did with the 10th Doctor, I feel, then this isn't something I'm going to enjoy that much. I'm still going to listen to it because it is the Ninth Doctor returning to the role, but I really, really hope they have taken their time in making some genuinely good stories. I don't have much more to say about that, but it is super important to me. Another thing I really want to see is just new villains, I would love to see the Ninth Doctor face some really good, interesting villains, and not just all of the ones that we've seen before. I think that would be so cool. I don't have much more to say about this because, it's just new villains. I don't have any villains in mind. I will take whatever you're going to throw at me, but I do hope that's something we get, is new villains with the Ninth Doctor that he and nobody else has ever faced before. I am going to move into some things that I don't want to see because there are some things I'm a little bit concerned about. Now, yeah, I already talked about I want good stories, so obviously I don't want to see bad stories, but more than that, I don't want to see rehashes of what we've already gotten in Series 1. I don't want to see more Dalek stories because I absolutely love the Dalek stories that Christopher Eccleston already has, and I think that doing more, it would be hard to really fit that in, because in Dalek, when he sees the Dalek again, it very much feels like it's the first time seeing one of them in ages. So I think it wouldn't really make sense to put in the Dalek stories before that, and I wouldn't really be a fan of them adding them in between that one and Parting of the Ways, where he gets to see them again, because if you add too many Dalek stories, then it just kind of oversaturates it. So that's one of the things I really don't want to see, is more Dalek stories. I wouldn't be as averse to seeing more Slitheen stories, but I would still be a little bit skeptical, given that the two that we got in Series 1 were two of the weaker stories of that season, though I do legitimately like Boomtown. So I really hope we don't see any more Daleks, but if we do, I'll still listen to it and hopefully enjoy it. This is the thing I might get the most pushback on, I'm not entirely sure, but I really don't want to see a new companion with the Ninth Doctor. I briefly alluded to this earlier, but it's so hard for me to imagine that Doctor with another companion, and I wouldn't really look forward to seeing him have a new companion. Rose is so fitting with this character, it's kind of impossible for me to wrap my brain around him being with a different person. Now, if Big Finish does it, and if it's great, then fine. I'll probably love it. But that is something I am a little bit concerned about, because Big Finish does like to introduce new companions. Now, they haven't done that with the 10th Doctor adventures, so I'm not sure if they're going to do that here. We'll just kind of have to see how it plays out. But I do hope that's not something we see, because to me, Rose is so integral to the Ninth Doctor as a character that putting him with somebody else, I don't know how you would make it work. So those are just some brief thoughts I had about the upcoming Ninth Doctor adventures. And at the end of the day, look, I'm going to listen to them. I'm going to listen to what Christopher Eccleston does in the part, because it's been so long that we've seen him. I'm just so thankful that he is returning to this character, and I cannot wait to see what he does with the part. I absolutely love him in this role, and I will take whatever you give me. So even the things I've said, oh, I don't necessarily want to see that. If they try it, if they throw in some Daleks, if they throw in a new companion, I'm gonna give it a listen, and hopefully it'll be great. So yeah, I'm gonna try not to get my expectations up too much. I am naturally gonna be excited, but I do look forward to when this comes out in May, and I'll probably be reviewing it. So be sure to let me know your thoughts down below if you have any thoughts about the upcoming Ninth Doctor adventures with Christopher Eccleston. I assume, we're just excited. Everyone seems really excited about this. I'm excited about it, and hopefully it's going to be good. I look forward to listening to it. And with that said, I do hope to see you around soon for more videos, reviews, discussions, whatever you will join me for. And if not, that is absolutely fine, so long as you know that I appreciate your time here today. And with that said, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and have a lovely week.